The Subaru Forester has earned its reputation as a practical, all-wheel drive champion that loyal owners swear by. But there are some serious compromises hiding beneath that dependable exterior that dealers definitely won't tell you about. If you're considering one of these SUVs because you think it's the safe, reliable choice, you need to know its weak points as well. While most reviews focus on what the Forester does well, we're revealing the 7 flaws that could turn your practical family hauler into an expensive mistake. Number 7. Lacks engine power. Subaru's 2.5-liter naturally aspirated boxer engine is putting out around 180 horsepower and 180 pound-feet of torque. And while those numbers might look acceptable on paper, the reality on the road is telling a different story. This engine is struggling to provide responsive acceleration, particularly when attempting to pass slower traffic. Picture approaching a highway on-ramp during rush hour. You press the accelerator expecting confident acceleration, but instead you're getting a sluggish response that's forcing you to floor the pedal and plan your merge more carefully than you should have to. That moment of hesitation isn't just inconvenient, it's creating a safety concern as well. What makes this frustrating is that Subaru engineers have already developed a significantly more capable turbocharged 2.4-liter engine that's powering both the Outback and Ascent. That power plant is delivering 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque, but Subaru is refusing to offer this engine as an option in the Forester, leaving buyers stuck with a power plant that's feeling increasingly outdated. When you're sitting at a stoplight next to a Honda CR-V or Mazda CX-50, and those vehicles are pulling away with noticeably more authority, that reliability advantage isn't providing much consolation. And speaking of things that don't provide consolation, that engine noise is about to become your constant companion. Number 6. Excessive cabin noise. Sound insulation has never been the Forester's strong suit, and the current model isn't making the improvements owners have been requesting for years. Road noise is intruding into the cabin at highway speeds. Wind noise around the mirrors and A-pillars is becoming distracting, and the engine itself is transmitting more sound than you're finding in competitor vehicles. Think about your typical weekend road trip with family. You're trying to have a conversation with your spouse while your kids are watching a movie in the back, and everyone's having to raise their voices just to be heard over the constant drone. After 2 hours on the interstate, that persistent background noise is creating fatigue that's making the journey feel longer than it should. What should be a relaxing drive is turning into an acoustic endurance test. Most rivals are offering quieter cabins, using better sound-deadening materials and acoustic glass. The Forester is falling behind in this aspect, and for buyers who spend significant time on the road, this deficiency is turning into a genuine quality-of-life issue. But at least you'd think the safety systems would help make those noisy drives less stressful. Unfortunately, that's not quite the case either. Number 5. Inconsistent safety systems. Subaru is marketing the Forester's EyeSight suite as one of its strongest selling points. And on paper, the list of included technologies is looking impressive. Pre-collision braking, adaptive cruise control, and lane-keeping assist are all coming standard. But the execution of these systems is revealing significant problems. The lane-keeping assist is proving particularly problematic. Rather than providing smooth corrections to keep you centered in your lane, the system is making abrupt, jerky steering inputs that can actually startle the driver. Many owners are simply turning the system off entirely, defeating the whole purpose of having this safety technology. Imagine you're on a long highway drive, relying on adaptive cruise control to reduce fatigue. The system is supposed to maintain a steady following distance, but instead you're experiencing harsh braking when approaching slower traffic, followed by aggressive acceleration once the road clears. Your passengers are lurching forward with every braking event. What was meant to make your drive more relaxing is actually creating more stress. The forward collision warning system is generating false alarms with alarming frequency, crying wolf so often that drivers are beginning to ignore the warnings. And if you're thinking the interior design might make up for these technological shortcomings, prepare to be disappointed. Number 4. Outdated cabin design. While the cabin is offering generous space and excellent visibility, the overall design aesthetic is feeling like it belongs to a previous generation. The dashboard layout is appearing bland and uninspired, lacking the modern, tech-forward appearance that competitors are bringing to the segment. Subaru is using hard plastics in areas where rival manufacturers are employing soft-touch surfaces, and the overall fit and finish isn't matching the standards being set by Honda, Mazda, and Toyota. Even in upper trim levels, the cabin is failing to deliver the premium feel that the price point point is suggesting it should. What's frustrating is that Subaru clearly understands interior design better than what the Forester is showing. Just look at the newer Legacy or Outback models, which are featuring more contemporary cabin layouts with better material choices. The Forester is feeling like it's being left behind, stuck with an interior that was probably already looking a bit old when this generation launched. But the dated materials are just the beginning. The technology inside that cabin is falling even further behind. Number 3. Limited tech features. The Forester's infotainment system is functioning adequately for basic tasks, but it's revealing numerous limitations. The standard touchscreen is feeling cramped and outdated, while the available upgrade isn't providing the large display that's becoming standard in the segment. While competitors are offering fully customizable digital instrument clusters with crisp graphics, the Forester is sticking with either analog gauges or a small 4.2-inch multi-information display. The voice recognition system is also trailing behind competitors, struggling to understand commands reliably, and as disappointing as these tech limitations are, they're not the only thing slowing down your driving experience. Number 2. CVT transmission. Subaru's commitment to the continuously variable transmission is proving to be one of the Forester's most controversial aspects. While CVTs are theoretically offering efficiency advantages, Subaru's implementation is creating a driving experience that many buyers are finding deeply unsatisfying. The characteristic rubber band effect is present, where you're pressing the accelerator and the engine is revving up without a corresponding sense of acceleration. When you need quick acceleration for highway merging, the transmission is hunting for the right ratio, and by the time it's settling on something appropriate, the opportunity is often gone. The simulated gear steps that Subaru is programming into the CVT aren't fooling anyone. What makes this particularly disappointing is that the CVT is limiting the Boxer engine's personality. Traditional automatics are allowing you to feel the engine's power delivery more directly, but the CVT is smoothing everything out to the point where the driving experience is feeling numb. The transmission is also generating more noise than a conventional automatic, with a characteristic drone at higher RPMs that's adding to the cabin noise issues. Even buyers who don't consider themselves driving enthusiasts are noticing that the Forester feels less responsive than competitors. But the CVT isn't the only thing making the Forester feel disconnected. Wait until you see what's happening with the handling. Number 1. Uninspiring handling and ride quality. This represents perhaps the most disappointing aspect because Subaru has all the right ingredients for exceptional handling, but isn't putting them together effectively. The Boxer engine's low center of gravity, combined with impressive ground clearance, should be creating a vehicle that's both agile on pavement and capable off-road. Instead, what you're getting is a compromise that's failing to excel in either scenario. The steering is lacking the precision and feedback that's making competitors like the Mazda CX-5 so rewarding to drive. It's feeling vague and disconnected, requiring constant minor corrections on the highway. The suspension tuning isn't delivering the comfortable, composed ride you're expecting. It's neither sporty enough to be engaging, nor soft enough to be luxuriously comfortable, landing in an awkward middle ground. Think about taking your family on a weekend getaway through the mountains. You're driving through scenic, winding roads where the Forester should be shining. Roads where Subaru's rally heritage should make every curve enjoyable. But instead of feeling planted and confident, the vehicle is leaning more than you'd expect in corners, and the steering isn't giving you clear feedback. You're gripping the wheel tighter than necessary, making constant small corrections that are turning an enjoyable drive into a slightly stressful experience. What's most frustrating is recognizing the wasted potential here. Subaru has proven with vehicles like the WRX and BRZ that they understand how to create engaging chassis dynamics. The Forester's platform and mechanical components are providing a solid foundation that could support much better handling characteristics. For buyers choosing the Forester specifically because of Subaru's reputation, this aspect is going to be the most disappointing revelation of all. The Subaru Forester still delivers on its core promise of all-wheel drive capability and practicality, but these 7 shortcomings are revealing an SUV that's falling behind the competition in ways that matter for daily ownership. From the underpowered engine to the intrusive cabin noise to the frustrating CVT and uninspiring dynamics, the Forester is asking you to accept too many compromises. When rivals are offering more power, better tech, quieter cabins, and more engaging driving experiences, the Forester's traditional strengths are no longer enough to overcome its growing list of weaknesses. But even with these drawbacks, the Forester is one of the best options in the segment. Rivals are coming with major limitations as well, including the Mazda CX-50 you can check out in our next video. It's stylish, it's elegant, and engaging to drive, but the CX-50 isn't the most practical compact SUV you can buy.